What's up, everyone? It's Jeremy. Just coming from What's Brewing, by far the best coffee shop in San Antonio. It started as a roastery in the 70s, and the owner, who's retired, and his son has taken over, I believe, was sourcing beans from Mexico in like the 70s. So it's got this huge history, but the coffee is so good there. So I just wrapped up about 30 minutes of reading there. Now I'm at the gym because I am in my mid 50s now and I've got to maintain the health. But I did want to make a quick video, a little update, a little INFP brain dump, if you will. First, this morning I finished a game on Nintendo Switch called Sea of Solitude. This is by far a must-play game if you're even remotely into games. I would argue if you're not even into video games at all, I would recommend you play this game. It took me on such a journey that I was expecting a little bit. I read some reviews on this game and knew I had to play it, and it delivered in spades. Any INFP needs to play this game. It's called Sea of Solitude. Get the director's cut. I'll say the writer, her name is Cornelia Eppert. She's from Berlin originally. And what a masterpiece of a game she made. Holy smokes. The protagonist of the game is so cool looking, very Tim Burton type character in appearance, obviously, but, you know, story as well. Floored me. I mean, it won't take that long. I guess I played it for about 8 or 9 hours over the course of the last week and a half or so. I would recommend playing it in the morning when it's quiet and calm, or possibly at night. But yeah, just what a game! And trust me, you'll know what I mean once you're playing it. There will be many moments in the game. Oh, this is what Jeremy was talking about. Got it. So good. But I will say this in a nutshell, it does tackle depression, and you know, it has been said probably no video game has ever kind of demonstrated what depression can be like, the good and the bad, if that makes sense. Yeah, and it's all that and more. It's so good. What else did I want to say about that game other than it's a must play? Yeah, I would actually like to try to possibly get in touch with Cornelia, see if I could do an interview. That would be amazing. A lot of these small-time game producers kind of make themselves available to content creators of any size because they just, you know... Anyways, you get it. Made a discovery couple of weeks ago, and I've been exploring it quite heavily, and that's I don't want to, I'm going to be a little bit cryptic about a little bit. I don't want to necessarily go into a lot of details about this right now, but and it's even hard to, like, I don't even know if I should say this, but you kind of have to once you've discovered it. But my wife of 25 years, looks like probably has NPD. That's all I'm going to say about that, really. But I've got 2 books that I'm reading that I'll share, and the reason I kind of bring it up is it was a huge discovery. I'll do another video on this by itself because it certainly warrants its own video. But I will say I have got this book, which I highly recommend, and it's Dr. Ramani Dursavula. I think she's got a lot of YouTube videos about NPD and other, let's just say, toxic cluster B type personality disorders. But the book was fantastic, and I'm mentioning these books because if any of you out there have an NPD person in your life, spouse, family, friend, it's great. And this one is You Can Survive After Narcissistic Abuse. This one I haven't quite got through yet, and she talks, her healing system is called Quanta Freedom something or other, which she hasn't really gotten into in the book yet, but she does mention it's kind of new agey, let's say, like part of the which kind of it kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. I forget exactly what did she say. She said she saw this caffeine from this Americano, which this has 6 espresso shots in there, which before I haven't drinking it at all, I'd be dead. But anyway, she talks about part of this healing method that she kind of came up with. You're drawing upon your past lives, quote unquote. Okay, and she says, well, you don't have to believe in that necessarily to kind of achieve the healing, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm still reading it, I mean, because I am still kind of in this exploration phase, discovery phase. So anyways, I also mentioned this because, again, if any of you out there have experience with this, let's talk. One thing you'll hear from all therapists, YouTube life coaches, etc., is like you do need to get kind of a support system going, like friends and family who will spend time with you. You got to do that. So if any of you out there have experience with this, by all means, let's hop on a call or write or whatever. It's fine, because I'm happy to share with you my experience, and I'm happy would love to learn and hear about your experiences, etc. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. I will probably do like its own video on that sometime soon. But real quickly, the last thing I want to mention is Robert Rodriguez was on the Joe Rogan podcast a week or 2 ago. I found it to be very interesting. It was kind of like, he can be kind of motivational, this director, which, in full disclosure, he's from my hometown, San Antonio. I am proud of him for that regard. Very good director, producer, all this kind of stuff. But on that podcast, though, I really hadn't heard him talk in long form like that, and I didn't realize what a kind of a motivator that he is particularly for like INFP types. I think when in our creativity, I mean, he was just like. But I did watch the whole thing. It may not be everyone's cup of tea. I know he's not maybe for everyone, but he did motivate me to get creative, and you've got to start producing. He talks about how whether you're writing or a filmmaker or any other of the creative arts, like, stop being a perfectionist and just get some work out. And he talks about Quentin Tarantino, who is a good friend of his. They've done movies together. He talks about how if you don't, and we all agree that Pulp Fiction was Tarantino's like big movie, it was like the one work of art, that kind of movie that changed everything, right? And he kind of used that as an example, like if Quentin didn't like his first movie or just thought all of his work was shit, perhaps Pulp Fiction may not have ever come out. And so in your body of work, yes, there's going to be garbage, there's going to be crap, but you're never going to get to that Pulp Fiction unless you just keep producing, keep writing, keep doing whatever your creative outlet is. And so, as we know, INFPs can be perfectionists, and that's our Achilles heel, to not producing more. Oh gosh, I just realized I got so much more other to talk about, but I don't want to drag on. So I'm just going to close it there, but I would recommend watching the video just to get, like, it is kind of a kick in the pants a little bit. And some of the, a lot of the conversation is very interesting, especially if you're into film at all. Really cool anecdotes in there, stories. But yeah, I look forward to making more videos and kind of getting back into the flow of making videos. And I kind of have been out of it for a while. Like, I would say my marriage was like kind of not really doing so well, which is why I haven't been as active. And posting on, commenting on other INFPs videos and things like that. And suffice to say, I adore all of you guys, and I just look forward to just being more active and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm gonna go work out now, so we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.